Okay, so I just got done cleaning carpets today with my Bissell Big Green. They are in the process of drying. I wanted to give just a couple carpet cleaning tips here. No matter which machine you use, the Bissell or the Rug Doctor, both fascinating machines. Depending on your situation, if you're doing a small area and you want something very maneuverable, get it done fast. Don't mind waiting all day for it to dry and wait into the probably just waiting all night. Have an empty place. Rug Doctor is good. You want to try within that day, couple hours. Mine's still drying, but 4 or 5 hours max. Rug Doctor all day max, so that's 8-10 hours max. But about 5-6 hours at the very max with this one. Perfect. But couple tips with either one of these machines is always use carpet formula. I know that sounds stupid, it sounds pretty obvious, but believe it or not, there are stupid people in this world, and there are stupid people that are stupid enough to use things that are carpet formula. So use whatever you want to use for your carpet. I know there's ones that are recommended by carpet rug manufacturers. I've never had a problem with Bissell cleaners. I've never had a problem with Rug Doctor or Hoover. I've never had a problem with any of them. Or if you're very particular, you can get some that's recommended by the Carpet and Rug Institute. But that's one thing, is use carpet shampoo. Don't use what you see these homemade people using save a few bucks, use borax or use laundry soap. No, you're gonna literally destroy the pumps in your machine. You're gonna destroy your carpets over time. If you rent, maybe it doesn't matter, maybe you don't care. If you're just renting a carpet cleaner, maybe you don't care. But you want to have carpets that are going to last forever. You want something that's not going to leave literally a residue. Don't use laundry soap. Use cleaners. Bite the bullet. Spend the extra money. Another tip. Don't feel as if you got to keep pressing the trigger and making pass after pass after pass. But the Rug Doctor I love their recommendation list on how to shampoo. And this is what I recommend, is if you get a particularly dirty area or a really dirty carpet, don't just keep running over it with your trigger pressed. Like Bissell recommends, don't just keep going over it. What I recommend is go very slowly over it. Then if after 2 wet passes, 3 at the max, with up to 5, I do up to 4 or 5 dry passes. If that still doesn't take the stain out, let's say you're going this way, let's say you're going up and down, come back in a different direction and go the opposite direction, like clean in opposite directions if you got a particularly dirty stain. But do your best, do not over wet your carpets. If the stain ain't going to come out with this, it's probably recommended just hire a professional, talk to one of them. But that's another tip. Another tip with these is use hot water. I don't know why some people use warm water, cold water. I mean, use hot water, the hottest you can get. Don't use boiling water. I wouldn't really recommend that, but I recommend if you want to have hot water, it doesn't hurt to put it on the stove for just about 5-10 minutes max. Get it really hot. Don't ever get boiling water. The pumps in these machines, no matter which, even though they're very high quality machines, cannot handle boiling water. So that's another pro tip. Another pro tip is maintaining your machine. Keep the linen area or clear. Keep your tanks rinsed out with the Rug Doctor. It has a little mesh filter in here. Keep that rinsed. you can tell my tanks, I bleach them out every time I'm done with them. Bleach out your tanks every time you're done with them. Just a little bit of 1/2 ounce of bleach with some hot water, the hottest water you can get. Perfect to clean these tanks out. Another tip is make as many dry passes as you can. If you got the time, make as many dry passes as you can. With the Bissell, with how aggressive the brush roll is, I wouldn't keep going in the same direction. I'd go across, diagonal, go any direction you want, make as many dry passes. Same with the Rug Doctor. Make as many dry passes as you can to help your carpets dry faster. Another pro tip, fans are going to be your best friend. You can rent a fan, one of those carpet drying fans. They're not horribly expensive. I just recommend you don't need a carpet cleaning fan, just buy a small fan like this or buy a small fan like this and get air movement. Turn on ceiling fans. That's another pro tip. This room doesn't have that, but turn on ceiling fans, whatever you can. Get as much air movement on this carpeting and your carpeting as you can. That's the way the pros are going to do it. Don't ever open windows. You're going to let heat and moisture or whatever your weather is outside, you're going to allow all that dirt from the outside world to come back on damp carpets. It's just going to make them dirty again. You're not going to want that. So fans, ceiling fans, going to be your best friend when it comes to carpet cleaning. And obviously clean your ceiling fans before you carpet clean. Always pre-vacuum. Use a good vacuum. Depends on your carpet. On Auric, this is a thin carpet, it has no fibers. So really any vacuum on a carpet like this. I would not recommend a stick vacuum. You're not going to get the results you want, but use a good vacuum. If you got a flat carpet like this, an Auric would do, or if you got something that's like more like a plush carpet or a medium pile carpet, you're going to want something that actually has a bigger motor in it. Something like this Maytag, by example, Miele, your Hoover, Rainbow, Sebo, but don't use stick vacuums. You're not going to get the result you want. You should have a regular full-size upright vacuum. Your upright vacuum should have a fresh bag in it to get the best of the best results. Even if the bag is half full, you want to get the best carpet cleaning results, change that bag out. If it's a bagless, put new filters in it to give it a full service or send it in for a full service. And pre-vacuum in different directions. So I use one vacuum and then I use another vacuum. Obviously not everybody's a collector like I am, so when you do pre-vacuum, you're obviously going to use one vacuum. I use two different ones, but go different directions. Go up and down, go across, go diagonal. Do it more than your regular vacuuming. And move slow, but not too slow. So, particularly when you use something like the Big Green, this is about the speed you want to go. You don't want to go like something like that's going to be a bit too slow, or something like this that's going to be too fast. Move slow, or something like with the Rug Doctor, depending on if you're renting or buying. About 1 foot per second. Even though if the carpet's dirty, you can go over the same spot. Don't move too slow, because these, especially with these good machines that I recommend, they spray water out like a pressure washer. So don't move too slow. You're going to have a musty smell. That's why most people report like a mildew smell or a musty smell, because they're moving way too slow when they're spraying. But when you're extracting, you can move as slow as you want when extracting, but I would still go about the 1 foot per second rule. So also don't overwet your carpets. No more than, like I said, 3 passes at the most on a wet trigger in one direction, and maybe 2 more at the very most go in another direction, but then make as many dry passes as you can. So, another pro tip is, this seems kind of dumb, but I would buy a machine. I would buy a good quality machine. Unless you got a small apartment like this, you could maybe get away with a small little, very, very small, if you're in a confined space, like a studio and you got carpet. You can get away with one of those little small little Hoovers or Bissells, but if you got anything bigger than this, or whatever, I recommend getting something good. It's going to last you longer. You're not going to have problems with it if you use it correctly, run the right formulas in it. Get something like a Bissell Big Green. Get something like a Rug Doctor. I'd recommend the Big Green over the Rug Doctor today, but that's going to be personal preference. Do your own research. Because renting a machine, particularly in my area, maybe your area is better, they don't clean the machines out. People are nasty. People don't pre-vacuum. People put down baking soda. And don't use a good vacuum. They use something like a stick vacuum and just vacuum up their baking soda. And then they put something like this over it. The machine's clogged. It's full of hair. And then that's why some people also, when they rent, report a musty smell, because people didn't pre-vacuum. People didn't use the machine correctly. And it's all clogged up with pet hair and dirt. And that's why with the Rug Doctor, so many people used to complain back in the day with it leaving the carpets too wet. I never had too much of that problem with it over soaking. Like literally, some people said it was like would leave them literally soaked. I never had that problem. I mean, they do take a while to dry with my carpets, but with my mom's carpets, I never had that problem when I bought my own machine. So, buy a machine. When you own it, it's yours whenever you need it. You don't have to plan on a weekend. You do it on your time. Buy a machine. It's going to save you a lot of hassle and a lot of time. Your machine, you know where it's at. You know who's using it. You know what messes you're cleaning up. So that's just a couple pro tips with these carpet cleaners.